Hello students. In the previous video we have learnt the method of solving quadratic equations by factorization method. In this video we are going to learn about completing the square method to solve the quadratic equations. Now what is this method? When do we use this? That we will see in details in this video. Now we are given this example here, x square plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now according to the factorization method, the last term sign is positive. That means we are supposed to be finding the factors of 2 by adding. And after adding, they should be giving me 6. So there are no factors of 2 which can give me 6 after adding. So I cannot solve this sum by factorization method. So that time the method that I use is completing the square method. Now what is that? We will see. The quadratic equation of the type x square plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0 cannot be solved by the method of factorization because we cannot find two factors of 2 whose sum is 6. In such a case, completing square method is used for solving quadratic equations. Okay. Now completing square method means what? So here we are going to take help of the identities. These formulas you are familiar with. Since 7th standard you are learning them. Okay, x minus y the whole bracket square. The expansion is x square minus 2xy plus y square. And x plus y the whole bracket square. The expansion is x square plus 2xy plus y square. And x square minus y square is equal to x plus y in one bracket and x minus y in the other bracket. These are also called as identities and very important formulae. We are make use of them. Now in order, now this completing the square method means what? Completing square method. Whatever sum is given. Now for example, this is given x square plus 6x plus 2. It is not a perfect square right now. This whole three terms which are there, they are not a perfect square. We cannot write them in this term. Like x plus y the whole bracket square. I cannot write these three terms in this way. X plus y the whole bracket square. So we will find out another term and add here so that we can complete that square. We can complete that square. That's why the name completing square method. Okay, never mind. We are going to see that in details now. There are steps given, fixed steps. Students, if you understand those steps clearly, you will not get confused. Okay, because then otherwise you will find this method very confusing. But you go step by step. Here the steps are given. And with the steps, the example is explained. If you go step by steps, you will not find it difficult. Okay. So first step is if the example, write the given equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So if it is not given in this form, you write it in this form first. Okay. So here the example is given x square plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. And you see here the coefficient is 1. If it is some other number, let's say 3 or 4 or whatever, so you divide throughout by that number so that the coefficient becomes 1 here. Second step. Now this step is very important. Considering the first two terms on LHS, find the third suitable square term to make the polynomial a perfect square. Now this is the example. Here we have x square plus 6x. So you have to consider first two terms only. Okay, and since here there is plus, you have to use the formula x plus y the whole bracket square. You have to use the formula x plus y. If it was minus here, then you will use the formula x minus y the whole bracket square. Now this x square plus 6y, these first two terms, x square plus 6x, first two terms of this question which is given, you have to compare with first two terms of the formula. So you will get x square plus 2xy. Now what are we doing? We are trying to find a term to complete a square here. Here we cannot write this in this term, right? So we are trying to find a term so that we can complete this formula, x plus y the whole bracket square. So we are trying to find that third term. Now for that you have to compare first two terms of the questions, x square plus 6x, with first two terms of the formula, x square plus 2xy. Okay, so now this x square will get cut from both sides. Here what will remain is 6x is equal to 2xy. Now what will happen? Cut this x off. This 2 will come this side. 6 divided by 2 is equal to y, and therefore you get y is equal to 3, and therefore you get y square is equal to 9. So I got this y square term. This y square term I got it. So with x square plus 6x, if I add 9, my polynomial will become a perfect square. X square plus 6x. If I add 9 here, it will become a perfect square. It will become x plus 3 the whole bracket square. It will become that way. Okay, so all these steps were to make it a perfect square. So we have found that perfect square term, which is 9. So this perfect square we have to add and subtract on both over there only in the LHS. You have to add and subtract. Why? That also I'll tell you. So right now just understand what you have to do. Considering the first two steps on LHS, find the third suitable square term to make the polynomial a perfect square. So comparing x square plus 6x, these two terms, with x square plus 2xy of the formula. So we get 2xy is equal to 6x, and therefore y is equal to 3 we get, and therefore y square is equal to 9. Okay. Now x square plus 6x plus 9 is a perfect square. Add the square term and subtract the same. Why? See, this question is x square plus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. So here what I am going to do, x square plus 6x plus 9 minus 9 plus 2 is equal to 0. I am going to do this. Why? Because see, this plus 9 minus 9 is getting cancelled. So this is nothing but 0. So I have not changed my question. I cannot just add anything I want and subtract anything I know. I cannot change the question. My question remains the same. X square plus 6x plus 2. What I have done, I wanted this plus 9 term to make this a perfect square. I wanted this term. I have added plus 9. So I should also subtract 9 from here, so that the answer, the question doesn't change. That's why, since you are adding plus 9 there, we have to also subtract plus 9 from there. So add the square term and subtract the square term. So in this, we do plus 9 and minus 9 plus 2. Now these first three terms, you know what it is. I had shown you just now. It is x plus 3 the whole bracket square, because we have made it a perfect square. So using this formula, x plus y the whole bracket square, it becomes x plus 3 the whole bracket square. So write the square of the first three terms and last two terms. So now what happens here? These three terms will become x plus 3. Take the root of this last term. That is what you have to do. This is x plus 3 the whole bracket square, and this is what? Minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. is equal to 0. So this minus 7 also you have to write in the square term, so that we should be getting a square minus b square here now. Now we want it to be like a square minus b square. So this has to be written as 7 has to be written as minus 7. We can write as root 7 square, because root 7 square is 7. Okay. So now we got a square minus b square. So we can use the formula a plus b, a minus b. So that will be x plus 3 plus root 7, x plus 3 minus root 7. Okay. So here we get x plus 3 the whole bracket square minus 7 is equal to 0, and 7 can be written as root 7. So we get factorize and equate each factor to 0. Okay. Now how do we factorize this? Using the formula x plus y, x minus y. A square minus b square, or x square minus y square is x plus y, x minus y. So x plus 3 plus root 7 and x plus 3 minus root 7 will be that. Okay, now equate each one to 0, equate each factor. Now we got the factors already. Okay, we got the factors already. Now equate each factor to 0 and you will know how to get the value of x. Find the value of x now. X is equal to minus 3 minus root 7, or x is equal to minus 3 plus root 7. Okay, I hope the method is clear, students. These steps you want, you can go over these steps once again, so that you understand them well and fix these steps well in your mind, so that while solving the problems you will not have any difficulty. Okay, now as I told you, the first step would be to compare this x square first two terms. Okay, comparing x square plus x with this. So we compare x square plus x with first two terms of the formula, x square plus 2xy, and find out the missing third term to perfect the square. X square gets cut, so we are left with x is equal to 2xy. This x also will get cut, and 2 will go that side, 2 is multiplied here, y is equal to 1 upon 2 we get then. Y is equal to 1 upon 2, and therefore y square is 1 upon 4. Therefore y square is equal to 1 upon 4 we get. Therefore y square is equal to 1 upon 4. This is the first step done. Now what do you have to do? Add this 1 upon 4 and subtract. Add and subtract. So this is a perfect square trinomial. So therefore in this we add 1 upon 4 and subtract 1 upon 4. Now group these first three terms together. They will form, these first three terms will form, use this identity x plus y the whole bracket square, and we will get x plus half. Take root of this last term, x plus half the whole bracket square. Okay, and from here also I am taking that minus outside the bracket. When I take minus outside the bracket, this will become 1 upon 4 plus 20. Signs inside change. I hope you know that, right? Is equal to 0. Now what do I get? X plus half the whole bracket square minus 1 upon, now 24s are 80. right? 4 2 is 8, 24 is 80, 80 plus 1 81. So I will get 81 upon 4 is equal to 0. So next formula that I want is a square minus b square. I want to make use of a square minus b square. So this is a square. A square part is already ready. Now I want to make this b square. So what I will do that, what I will write that as, I will write that as, you all know root of 81 is 9, right? And root of 4 is 2. So I can write this as 9 by 2 square. Okay. So now I got a square minus b square. So here I can use now a plus b, a minus b formula. Alright, and hence my factors will be ready. And hence my factors will be ready. See. So now what I can do? X plus half plus 9 by 2, x plus half minus 9 by 2. Now solve this. Base is anyway same. 9 plus 1 is going to be 10. 10 by 2. And this is 1 minus 9. So that is minus 8. Minus 8 by 2. Okay. So that is 10 by 2 is 5 and 8 by 2 is 4. Equate both the factors to 0. So x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to minus 5 or x is equal to 4. So minus 5 and 4 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now the next sum. Here also the method remains the same. X square plus 2x, first two terms of the question just equate with the first two terms. Here x square plus 2xy. Now what happens is x square will get cut from both sides. So what actually happens, how I am cutting them, this x square comes this side, it will become minus x square. So x square minus x square is 0, that will go. So I am directly cutting that off. Now here 2x is equal to 2xy we have. 2 will go, x will go. So we got y is equal to 1. And hence y square also will be equals to 1. So we got the y square term. Y square term is 1. So we have to add 1 and subtract 1. That is the square term. And when we add 1, we will be completing the square. Remember the name of the method, completing the square method. So that is why we are adding 1 here and we are completing the square. When you add 1 here, that x square plus 2x plus 1 will be the perfect square trinomial. Okay, x square plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So comparing first two terms with first two terms of the formula over there, we get y is equal to 1 and hence y square is equal to 1. Now x square plus 2x plus 1 is a perfect square trinomial. So this is how we have completed the square, right? Now add 1, subtract 1. So when you add 1, after that this becomes x plus 1 the whole bracket square. Now here minus 1 and minus 5 is minus 6. So minus 6 also we have to write in terms of square. So how do we write that? Root 6 square. That will be written as root 6 square. So we got a square minus b square, which is a plus b, a minus b. Now we got both the factors of the quadratic equation. These are the two factors of the quadratic equation. Now we want to find out the value of x. So equate each factor to 0. Equate each factor to 0. So x plus 1 plus root 6 is equal to 0 or x plus 1 minus root 6 is equal to 0. Now we want to find out the value of x, so take the numbers to the other side. So therefore x is equal to minus 1 minus root 6 or x is equal to minus 1 plus root 6. Next one. Now here, since we have minus, we have compared that with the minus formula, m minus n the whole bracket square. But before that, the first step is to rearrange the terms. So just bring that minus 3 this side, it will become plus 3. Okay, now just compare these two first terms with these two first terms. So that's m square. Now remember, when whatever, here we have m, so now don't take x terms here, whatever is given in the question, that only you have to take. M square minus 5m with the first two terms of the formula, so that is m square minus 2mn. M square will get cut. We are left with 5m is equal to minus 2m. Okay, so minus 5m is equal to minus 2mn. This m gets cut. Minus 5 upon minus 2 is equal to n. Therefore n is equal to 5 by 2 I got. N is equal to 5 by 2, and therefore n square will be equals to 25 upon 4. So we got the square term to be added now. The square term to be added is this, n square. Right? So I have to add 25 upon 4, subtract 25 upon 4. Add 25 upon 4 and subtract 25 upon 4 in the LHS, so that it becomes a perfect square trinomial. So comparing m square minus 5m with m square minus 2mn, minus 2mn, see this m square gets cut, then minus 2mn is equal to minus 5m, and hence we get n is equal to 5 by 2, n square is equal to that. So this is a perfect square trinomial. Add and subtract. Okay, now these first three terms would be m minus, mind you, minus, we have minus there, m minus 5 upon 2 the whole bracket square, m minus 5 upon 2 the whole bracket square, and this is 25 upon 4, minus is taken outside the bracket, so this was minus, this becomes plus, and this is minus. Now 4 3s are 12, 25 minus 12 upon 4, cross multiply, and we get 13 upon 4. Now this square term we have already got, a square. Here we are supposed to get b square. So what I will do, root 13 upon 2 the bracket square. Root 13 upon 2 the bracket square. Now a plus b, a minus b. We got the two factors now. The factors we got. Equate each of the factors to 0. So therefore this is 0 or, okay, so just bring them on the other side. This will become, this was minus, this will become 5 by 2, this was plus, this will become minus. Okay, 1 minute, this 0 is not there. So m is equal to 5 by 2 minus root 13 by 2, or m is equal to 5 by 2 plus root 13 by 2. These are the roots. Okay, so 5 minus root 13 by 2 and 5 plus root 13 by 2 are the roots of the given quadratic equation. Now the next sum, again here we have got minus, but one more thing, here we have 9 multiplied with the first term. So it is convenient for us to divide that. It is convenient for us to divide that by 9 throughout, so that here we should have 1 as the coefficient always. So we divide throughout by 9. Okay, so that here we get 1. Now what do we do? Same method. Compare the first two terms y square minus 12 upon 9y with the first two terms here, y square minus 2yz. So this was dividing by 9. Okay, so we again 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12, again divide and reduce it further, we get this. Now comparing this first two terms, y square minus 4 upon 3y with y square minus 2yz of the formula. So this y square will get cut, and then we get z is equal to this y will get cut, this 2 will go that side. See what is happening here, this y has got cut and this 2 comes this side. This is minus 4 upon 3, z is equal to minus 4 upon 3 into 1 upon minus 2. This 2 comes this side. So minus minus is going to become plus now, and 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we get 2 upon 3. This is how we get z is equal to 2 upon 3, and therefore z square will be equals to 4 upon 9. Okay, so z square is equal to 4 upon 9 we got. Now add 4 upon 9 and subtract 4 upon 9. Okay, now first three terms here, it is going to be a perfect square trinomial. So we will write y plus 2 upon 3 the whole bracket square for it, and if you take minus outside the bracket, you will get 4 upon 9 minus 2 upon 9 is equal to 0. Now the base is same, the denominator is same, so you can directly subtract. 4 minus 2 is 2, so you will get 2 upon 9 here, 2 upon 9. So that's y minus 2 upon 3 the whole bracket square minus 2 upon 9. Now we have got square term here, y minus 2 upon 3. A square part we have got a square minus b square we want here. So write that as root 2, and this is already perfect square 3. Root 2 upon 3 the square. So this is a square minus b square. So a square minus b square, we know it is a plus b, a minus b. So we will get a plus b, a minus b. We have got the factors, equate the factors to 0, and then we get the value of y. Now this is going to be, take it that side. So if we take it that side, see, it is going to be like this. Y is equal to, it is going to become plus, and this is going to become minus, or plus 2 upon 3 minus 2 upon 3. Okay, so both the factors are same. Okay, here this was supposed to be minus. 1 minute. Okay, so see, this is a square minus b square. So factors of this should be a, this is a plus b, b is this root 2 upon 3, a plus b, and in the other bracket a minus b, a is y minus 2 upon 3 is a minus b. Is equal to 0. These are the two factors. Now what do? We want to find out value of y. So we equate both these factors to 0 and then just keep y on one side and these terms you take it on the other side. So this was minus will become plus, this is plus will become minus. Minus, so both of them will become plus plus. That's it. Okay, so equate both the factors to 0. Now therefore y is equal to, this will go that side and it will become 2 upon 3 minus root 2 upon 3 and this will become 2 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3. Okay, now since the base is same, this will become 2 minus root 2 upon 3, 2 plus root 2 upon 3. 2 minus root 2 upon 3, 2 plus root 2 upon 3, and therefore 2 minus root 2 upon 3 and 2 plus root 2 upon 3 are the roots of the given equation. And the next sum, you divide by 2 throughout because we want a coefficient 1 over here. Divide by 2 throughout first. Okay, then compare the first two terms with the first two terms here, y square plus 2yz. Okay, so that y square terms goes, see here, when you compare this with this y square term goes, that we have seen already. Then 9 by 2y is equal to 2yz. Now this y term also will go, and finally we get z is equal to 9 by 4 and z square is equal to 81 upon 16. Now add and subtract 81 upon 16. Y square plus 9 upon 2y plus 81 upon 16 is a perfect square trinomial. Therefore, we add and subtract 81 upon 16 in the LHS. This was the question. This was my question here. I add and subtract 81 upon 16 here plus 5. So, this was the perfect square trinomial. It becomes y plus 9 upon 4, root of this 9 upon 4, the whole bracket square, and minus 81 upon 16 minus 5. Since minus is outside the bracket, the signs change. This was plus, this became minus, minus. Now cross multiply here. 16 5s are 80. So I get 81 minus 80 upon 16. So that is 1 upon 16. Okay. Now I have got a square term. I need to get b square here. So that is 1 upon 4, the bracket square. Okay. Now I got a square minus b square. So that is a plus b, a minus b. A plus b, a minus b. Equate both of them to 0. Both the factors to 0. And I get y plus 10 upon 4 is equal to 0, or y plus 8 upon 4 is equal to 0. So this is the value of y I get. So these are the solutions of the given quadratic equation. Now next question. The terms are not arranged, just arrange them, bring them on the left hand side. Now divide by 5 because here the coefficient is not 1, so we divide by 5. Now compare the first two terms with the formula and we get y square term as 4 upon 25. Now add this 4 upon 25. Add this 4 upon 25 and subtract. So we get a perfect square trinomial here, and this side also we add. And we get, after cross multiplying, 39 upon 25. So we have got a square term. Here we try to get b square term by writing root 39 upon 5, the whole bracket square. Okay, now we got a square minus b square. So that is going to be a plus b, a minus b. And just we equate the factors to 0. And we get x is equal to 2 upon 5 minus root 39 upon 5, or that. And these are the roots of the given quadratic equations. Okay, students, here there are fixed steps. If you follow the steps, you will not find this method difficult. Okay, thank you so much.